Hey guys, I'm going to do a demo of how to make it look like there's some flat photos or images on a desk in front of you and just making a bunch of this stuff from scratch. So first I'm going to make the impression of sort of a desk color and texture. So I'm going to get kind of a light tan for foreground color and maybe a little bit darker. And then I'm going to use my gradient, linear gradient, and just kind of give it light at one end, make it dark at another end. Okay, on the next layer, I'm going to find a pattern or a texture in my paint bucket tool. That's the kind of texture that I want. Let's see if I'm already on it. I can never tell what these are without reading them. So it looks like I'm already in some kind of texture, but it's not the right one. So let's try this. So just looking in my extra options to try to find more, and maybe I can view these as a large list because then it will tell me. Let's just do bark. Okay, so I'm going to fill this layer with this bark, and I'm going to use a blend mode so we can see the colors below. So I might do overlay, or I might just do multiply. And I could still make it less opaque if I want to. It's a little less apparent. That looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and try to make the appearance of maybe like Polaroid photos or something on top. So I think Polaroids are pretty much square, and I'm going to use this rectangle and just hold shift to make a square. And I'm just going to try to make one of these, and then I will just duplicate it if I want more. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let me bring an image in, and I'll just place it. And I'll just use this image. And I'm not sure if I'm getting the exact proportions correct, but I'm trying. So I think it's something like that for width. And I'll just mask it. I'm just guessing at there, that looks pretty good. Not too bad. Okay, and I'm just going to, yeah, that's it for so far. Now I'm just going to give this some shadow so it looks like it's actually on this desk. So on the rectangle, double click outside the name, and I'm going to at least give it a drop shadow. If it looks like maybe not the right direction or amount or color, you can always change it. Like I can make it a dark brown. Not that that's going to be that obvious. It actually looks like the distance is pretty good for looking like it's on a desk. Shouldn't be a whole lot. So I'm just going to leave it. Maybe there's some textures. Maybe I should do more than I'm already doing to this. I'm not sure. I don't think it has a whole lot of depth. So I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. But there might be more layer styles I should apply to that. Okay, so then I'll just kind of select these two, and maybe rotate them together. You know, if it's supposed to look like it's kind of thrown on a desk. And I'll just make a copy of them, say Command J, and move that one. Maybe I'll even just edit, transform, and flip this. Ideally, it'd probably be another photograph, but we're just going to use the same one. Okay, so I've got a few photos here. Not totally symmetric. Maybe I'd put more. Maybe I'd make these is bigger, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. And all this stuff, anything that I want to be flat on this desk, I will transform together. So I'm just dragging this lock to the trash, and I'm selecting all these layers. So the bottom's selected, hold shift, click on the top one. They're all selected. And I'm going to apply the perspective transformation to it. So just say edit, transform, perspective. And I'm going to zoom out by saying command minus so I can see these corners. And I can just kind of do this. Now, to me, it's actually kind of looking like the photos are more transformed than the table, so maybe I should do these separate. Let's see. Here. I will do the desk first, and then I'll do the photos separate from that. So edit, transform, perspective. And I want this to really kind of look like it's really coming toward us. So if I take these photos, the visibility off, it's kind of looking like the desk is sort of below us. It gets smaller up here, bigger down here. Okay, and then I will transform these photos together just to kind of look like they belong on this table. So edit, transform, perspective. Does that look good? So I think because they're smaller objects, I transform them a little less. There, maybe something like that. Anyway, hope that helps you guys.